Now joined by one of the GeneralSports.com athletes of the week. It's Ryan Clemens of the football team, coming off a performance where he had over 200 yards on the ground and 3 scores for the Generals in a 35-14 win over Roanoke this past Saturday. Ryan, take us through the performance on Saturday. You got almost 10 yards of carry. It just seemed like whatever you did, you were able to find a hole and make something happen.
Going into the game, we knew they were going to have a tough defense, 3.6 yards per carry, I think they averaged. But, we weren't going to change our approach to the game that much. We were just going to run the ball like we always do behind the great O-line we have. And, we're just going to move the ball at will, and that's exactly what we did.
You've taken on an expanded role over the last couple of weeks. What has been the biggest change of getting more work, and how have you been able to adjust to that?
The biggest change has probably been the toll on my body, getting used to taking a lot more hits and with getting a lot more carries. So it's just making sure that I'm recovering good throughout the week, get my body prepared. And, T-Tom was great at that, so I've learned a lot from him about how to take care of your body.
Shenandoah, the opponent this week for the final game of the regular season. What's the key to walking away with another win this week?
Yeah, we just got to lock in during the week, get everything straight. If we play well in all 3 phases of the game, then I don't see how we can't walk away with the win. So, just got to keep doing our thing.
He's Ryan Clemens of the football team, one of our GeneralSports.com athletes of the week. Ryan, congrats on a strong performance this past week, and best of luck this weekend. Now joined by one of the GeneralSports.com athletes of the week, it's Kate McEnroe of the women's soccer team. Kate, you helped her team to a conference championship for a second straight year on Saturday. Thrilling finish in penalty kicks against Virginia Wesleyan. Take us through the final couple of kicks. You make a save, you then have to score, and then it ends, and you guys are victorious. Just take us through all the emotions and everything that goes with it as you're going through that.
Yeah, well, the team played a really good 110 minutes in front of me. And when we went to PKs, they were encouraging me, cheering me on, and I knew I had to make a save at the end, and I knew they were behind me, supporting me. And just took it one play at a time, make the save, and then, focus on the rest, and it all worked out well.
There were a few times even there where you guessed the right way, and you feel like you're in position to make the save, and you don't make the save. How do you then forget that and move on to the next round saying, hey, my team still needs me, I need to come up with something here as it goes? You make a save, and then it's your turn to kick. Even when it gets to that point, what did you do to make sure you stayed completely locked in with every separate round?
Yeah, so obviously sometimes it was a little frustrating, but the girls were really helpful. I could hear them cheering from the bench, and the fans were really helpful to just keep me engaged and keep encouraging me so I didn't get frustrated and just, focus on the next play.
So now you're on to the NCAA tournament. Get to play home for the first weekend for a second straight year. You draw Marymount in the game on Saturday. Just your reaction to finding out playing at home again for the first weekend, and what you want to do to keep the season moving along.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that we get to play on Watt and continue our season. Marymount's a great team, and they'll be a tough matchup, but we just need to have a good, focused week of practice, and we'll be prepared and ready to go.
She's Kate McEnroe of the women's soccer team, one of our GeneralSports.com athletes of the week. Kate, thanks for joining us, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.